The trip is worth it, especially if you like to go to historical and cultural significant places. We were picked up from the hotel in the morning and dropped off in front of the Hoi An Museum where we met our tour guide. We walked around the old town and even watched a Vietnamese performance at the air-conditioned, but small, Performing Arts Center. We had lunch at Hoi An. We booked this tour in a rush, but this turned out to be an awesome experience. Our guide was good, pick and drop were smooth. Great activity for people who want to cover Hoi An and experience their culture in half a day. A lot of Chinese temples, lanterns on streets, lake with lanterns at night, beautiful theater show. Great shopping experience. Contact the number and communication is seamless and responsive. Coordinator did a good job arranging pickup, meet up and return to hotel. Fletcher and Lynn were our guides and provided us with information about history of Hoi An. I like our tour guide. Chun is passionate about sharing and is very informative. Private car was sent to pick us up at our hotel along Han River, which was very convenient. About 40 minutes ride to our meetup point at a coffee shop in Hoi An. Bought some coffee to bring home too. Jackie was our guide and she was extremely fluent in English and informative, sharing tidbits of her own family based in Hoi An for a deeper understanding of the culture. Watched a nice performance at the small theater before started a walking tour. Took the afternoon tour so we could see Hoi An at night. Explored the different landmarks and streets of Hoi An. This is very worth it. If possible, request for the guide Fletcher. He's the best guide I've ever met and I highly recommend him. He's English speaking, so don't worry if you're afraid. He will bring you around to see the views and explains everything to you. He will also make sure for December 20th, 2019. So far, this is the only Vietnam tour we booked with Klook that I am very satisfied with. I thoroughly enjoyed this private walking tour and our own food trip afterwards. Our guide Jackie is very nice and is the best English-speaking guide we had among all the other Vietnam tours we booked here. She gave us a very informative tour and also introduced us to the very delicious food in Hoi An, including the best banh mi in the world as per Anthony Bourdain. I'm also happy with the private car transfer back to our home. Emma is a friendly and helpful guide, well versed in English and Mandarin as well. She brought us to try interesting food and sights. Highly recommended. The tour is amazing. Our tour guide Jackie is energetic and nice. I strongly recommend everyone reading this comment to request her as your tour guide. She shared a lot of stories of Hoi An with us and she is fluent in English with no accent. We feel lucky to have her as our tour guide and she made our trip more than wonderful. I hope Jackie will see this comment. Though it was just a short trip, our tour guide was really accommodating and helpful. She made it sure that we feel comfortable. Lovely place. The lights and lantern really mock-s the environment so festive. Walking experience was nice, guide was helpful, colorful boats as well as nice shops. The guide is kind and efficient on time and tell us lots of story about the town. Nice trip to Hoi An, the charming heritage town. The local tour operator took care well. There is some confuse about meeting point, anyway, they respond and solve the problem quickly. Hoi An is such a pretty place and I think my most favorite part about the tour was eating at the famous restaurant at the end. Haha.